Hey guys, and Happy New Year! So instead of doing a regular goals video, kind of like how I did last year, I decided to do one targeted specifically for my writers. Looking back, it was actually really heartwarming to see the writing community come together in such a way that was so inclusive and loving over our past Nanowrimo. But in our Nanowrimo wrap-ups, I kept seeing writers talk about a reoccurring habit, and that's that they either never pick up their draft again, or they don't know how to continue, or they just don't feel that motivation anymore now that we're not like hauling ass all together during Nanowrimo season. So I want to try and continue that motivation with maybe monthly videos of writing goals so that we can maybe write our stories together. I don't know, I think it'd be cool. So our first January goal, or my goal, this is what I'm doing, but I hope that you can come along with me and do it, is to just pick up the novel again. Just pick up the novel, screenplay, short story collection, poems, whatever you did during NaNoWriMo, and read it front to back. In my first time read through, I usually like to not make any immediate notes unless I need to. I'll clean up some typos, but after I'm done in a separate document, I usually type up how I felt about my project as a whole. What are some big gaping things that I thought I did that I didn't really do? What I did like, what I didn't like, what surprised me. So right now is a good time to summarize what you actually wrote, because it's probably a lot different from your outline. This document really helps me figure out what I want my story to be and what it actually is, and it just helps me bridge the gap. Lastly, for our January goal, you can combine this with the first one if you want and if you find it tedious, but I like doing it separately. But lastly, for our goal is to go through it again and rip it apart. Put comments in the margins, make lists of issues, and figure out what the big issues are, what the small issues are, how you can better set it up. Things to look for: glaringly obvious plot holes. Do all of your characters sound the same, or sound like you, or just sound nothing like what you plan them out to be? Is that a good thing, a bad thing? How's that pacing? Is there like a yucky middle pandering scene with like a bunch of boring conversations that don't need to be there, and just structuring as a whole, really. Also, it's okay to write down in the margins that you did a really good job with this scene, or this line is amazing. A lot of people think that there's no point in going through this rough, gross draft if you know it's crap anyway, but you'd be surprised. There are some gems in there, and that naturally happens when we're like vomiting out all our feelings. You usually do say some true things. That's really it for my January goals. It's not a lot, but it really just boils down to just picking it up again and starting anew. Even if it turned into something that you didn't want it to be, start from scratch. We can do this. If this is the story that you want to put into the world, put work into it and it will come out. Hard work will not betray you. I hope you found this helpful. This is just what works for me. Every writing project does take me on a different path, and I have a story dropping in a little bit, so expect an awesome video so I can tell you all about my story that's coming out. Now that you've torn it apart, you're better able to brainstorm how to fix these issues. You don't have to do that right now. You can take pride in that you actually sat down and read it and ripped it to shreds. It's only 1 month. So you can stop there if you want to, or you can excel and go on and make videos, because I would love to watch them, and chat with me in the comments about what your other goals are as far as writing, or creativity as a whole. Tell me what you think of this writing goal monthly challenge in the comments. I really love the writing side of YouTube, and I think that it's really getting traction, which I love. But anyways, Happy New Year's, take care of yourself, go drink some water, and I will see all of you lovely people in my next video. Bye!